What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about your Subaru Solterra. I hope I said that right. Correct me in the comments. It always has a dead battery, or it keeps getting a dead battery. Let's go ahead and check it out, see why it's doing that.
If your Subaru Solterra has a repeatedly dead 12-volt battery that leaves you stranded, mechanics use a parasitic draw test with a high-precision multimeter to confirm a failure in the vehicle's sleep cycle logic. This issue might seem like a simple bad battery, but the actual mechanical and software breakdown is far more complex. Stick around, because I am going to reveal the exact milliamp threshold that signals a system failure and the total bill you can expect for the diagnostic teardown. This specific problem affects Subaru Solterra models from 2023 through 2025 across all trim levels. Owners have been reporting a confusing scenario where their brand new electric vehicle refuses to power up despite having a nearly full high-voltage traction battery. The problem centers on the 12-volt auxiliary battery, which is the heart of the vehicle's brain and startup sequence. When this 12-volt battery fails, you might see a variety of diagnostic trouble codes, or DTCs, lighting up the dash before the car goes completely dark. Common codes include U0100, which indicates a loss of communication with the engine control module, or U0121, pointing to the anti-lock brake system module. Most frequently, you will see a string of U codes because the low voltage causes the various computers on the vehicle's CAN bus to stop talking to one another. Subaru released Technical Service Bulletin 15334-25 to address what they call a dark current concern. In plain English, this is a parasitic draw where the car is leaking electricity while parked and turned off. Usually, once you lock the doors, the car's computers should enter a low-power sleep mode to preserve the battery. The mechanical root cause isn't a broken gear or a leaking gasket, but a logic failure in how the car handles data requests. The Solterra uses a data communication module, or DCM, to talk to the SubaruConnect cloud servers. In a healthy car, this module checks for updates or remote commands and then quickly goes back to sleep. The failure occurs because of a design choice in the SubaruConnect API that allows third-party applications to poll or ping the vehicle for data. Applications like Optiwatt, EV Passport, or Smartcar are designed to help owners track charging costs or energy usage. To do this, these apps constantly ask the Subaru servers for the car's current state of charge and location. Every time one of these third-party apps sends a request, the Subaru server reaches out and pings your Solterra to get the answer. This electronic tap on the shoulder forces the DCM and several other modules to wake up from their deep sleep state. When these modules wake up, they begin drawing several amps of current from the small 12-volt battery. Think of it like a person trying to sleep while someone pokes them every 5 minutes to ask what time it is. The person never gets any rest, and in the case of your Solterra, the 12-volt battery never gets a chance to recover. Eventually, the constant cycle of waking up and partially sleeping drains the battery until it no longer has enough juice to engage the high-voltage relays. The physics of this failure is particularly hard on the battery chemistry. Lead-acid batteries, which are typically used for the 12-volt system, are not designed to be deeply discharged repeatedly. Every time the battery drops below a certain voltage threshold, lead sulfate crystals begin to harden on the internal plates. This process, called sulfation, permanently reduces the battery's ability to hold a charge, eventually killing it entirely. Drivers often make the false assumption that they just got a lemon battery from the factory. They go to the dealership, get a new battery under warranty, and then 2 weeks later, the new battery is dead again. This is because the new hardware doesn't fix the software behavior that is causing the drain. The actual diagnostic procedure is labor-intensive and requires a very specific sequence of events. First, a technician must ensure the 12-volt battery is fully charged, which can take several hours on a specialized charger. Then, they must perform a parasitic draw test, which involves placing an ammeter in series with the battery cable. The most critical part of this test is the 25-minute wait period required by the Subaru Technical Information System. During these 25 minutes, the car must remain completely undisturbed with the hood latched and keys far away. This allows all the capacitors in the various control modules to discharge and the software to enter its deep sleep state. If the multimeter shows a draw of 120 milliamps or higher after that 25-minute window, the car is officially failing the test. For context, a healthy car should typically draw significantly less than 50 milliamps when fully asleep. At 120 milliamps or more, the car is essentially staying awake and burning through its reserve power. To find the culprit, technicians use a process of elimination that starts with the owner's smartphone. They have to unpair every Bluetooth device and delete all saved driver profiles from the infotainment system. This effectively severs the digital link between the car and any third-party apps that might be hammering it with data requests. After clearing the profiles, the technician has to wait another 25 minutes for the car to sleep again. If the power draw suddenly drops below the 120 mA threshold, the diagnosis is confirmed. It wasn't a faulty wire or a short circuit. It was the digital handshake between the car and an external app. If the draw stays high even after the profiles are deleted, the tech moves on to fuse pulling. They check the voltage drop across every single fuse in the cabin and under the hood to see which specific circuit is staying active. Often, this leads them to the telematics control unit or the body integrated unit, which may require a hard reset or a software reflash. Owners on various forums have expressed immense frustration with this ghost in the machine. Many reported that their cars were dead after leaving them at an airport for just 3 days. Some even resorted to carrying portable jump starters in their glove box, which is an embarrassing necessity for a brand new $45,000 electric vehicle. The repair direction isn't just about hardware, it's about digital hygiene. If a third-party app is the confirmed cause, the only permanent fix is to uninstall the app and revoke its access to your SubaruConnect account. You may also need to change your SubaruConnect password to ensure the app can no longer call your car. Now, let's talk about the financial side of this digital headache. If your Solterra is still under the 3-year, 36,000-mile basic warranty, the diagnostic time should be covered, provided the technician can find a vehicle defect. However, there is a major catch in the fine print of TSB 15-300-34-25. The bulletin explicitly states that if the root cause is a third-party application, it is not considered a warrantable failure of the vehicle. This means if the tech spends 3 hours diagnosing your car only to find that an app like Optiwatt is the culprit, the dealership may try to pass that labor bill on to you. For a diagnostic job like this at a dealership, you are looking at a minimum of 2 to 3 hours of specialized labor. With current labor rates, a dealership visit for this dark current test will typically total between $435 and $580. If the battery was damaged by the deep discharge cycles, a replacement original equipment battery will add another $250 to $350 to that total. If you take the car to an independent shop that is equipped to handle modern EV telematics, the labor rate will be lower. You can expect a professional independent shop to charge roughly $285 to $380 for the diagnostic sequence and parasitic draw testing. Totaling everything up, a third-party app fix at an independent shop usually lands around $550 including a new battery, while the dealership total can easily climb toward $930. Have you dealt with a dead battery on your Solterra or had issues with these third-party charging apps? If this breakdown helped you understand your car better, please hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into vehicle failures. Drop a comment below if you found a specific app that was draining your battery so other owners can stay informed.
Very good. Yeah, I would definitely say go ahead and delete third-party apps and unpair your Bluetooth before you take it in, and then drive it for a few days to see if it keeps happening, because yeah, you'd hate to not be covered under warranty because of a third-party app. So that is pretty much it. This is a good dealership fix. An independent shop could get all kinds of hung up on it. Subaru sees it every day, all day. So anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.